Cheadle had been part of the textile industry since the end of the 1700s through the firm Jane N. Phillips of Teen, who had employed weavers in the town before building a tape mill around 1820. It was perhaps Cheadle's association with this firm and its proximity to Leek that made it a good candidate for another textile business. In 1853, the Arnolds of Macclesfield built a steam-powered silk mill towards the bottom of Oakermore Road. At the same time, they built a series of cottages near the mill. These buildings are now called Cecilly Terrace. The first residents were workers brought in from Macclesfield. Initially, the business thrived, with the 1861 census showing around 152 people employed by the mill. The silk prepared for weaving was either sent to other factories or used at Cheadle to make smallware items like ribbons, braids, and tapes. In the early 1860s, the silk industry suffered a general slump when restrictions on importing silk were relaxed. As a result, by the mid-1860s, the Arnolds were looking to sell the business. They sold the mill in 1865, and over the next several decades it was bought and sold on 2 further occasions. It also sadly suffered long periods of closure. In 1892, the mill was acquired by the Leek firm Brough, Nicholson and Hall, who initially used it to produce products such as bindings, handmade braid trimmings, and laces for boots and shoes. A new mill building was constructed on the site in 1899. That same year, jacquard weaving was introduced to the mill. By the 1950s, the mill was the main employer in Cheadle and specialised in products such as ribbons, bindings, webs, labels, and trimming. In April 1952, there was a devastating fire which burnt down the main mill building. It caused quite a sensation at the time. The Osborne Cinema emptied as people flocked to see the fire. While it was no doubt exciting to witness, a large number of jobs were put at risk. However, work was able to continue in other buildings, and a new mill building was soon constructed. A wide variety of ribbons and woven badges continued to be made at the mill through the 1960s and 70s. However, in November 1981, it was announced that after 90 years, Cecilly Mill would cease production in January the following year. When the mill closed in January, 90 people lost their jobs. The majority of the site remained empty until JCB opened a special products factory there in July 1985. The site remained in JCB ownership until it was sold in 2017 and cleared of all buildings. It will soon be developed for housing.